Hello, my wonderful Leos. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so we have two cards that came out here. We have the Metal King, Discipline, Armor, Boundaries. And then we also have the Hawk Prince, Spirit, Communication, Paying Attention. Some of you could be seeing 1111 a lot, okay? So there could be a bit of a mirroring energy between you and this person, something that's maybe even going through, reflecting on something, right? Maybe something in this connection is mirroring something back to you about yourself, right? But I do see a bit of a mirroring energy here as well, where, two people or two energies could be thinking about the same thing or being impacted by the same thing. Now, the first card, Discipline, Armor, Boundaries. This is kind of giving me the energy of the King of Swords, where like there may be some sort of boundaries that you've set when it comes to this person, or there's something about this connection where it's like you're being honest with yourself. You're, taking a very realistic approach here. This may be a week where you're wanting to react to something or, communicate something, but you're fighting that urge. I feel like for some of you, you're trying to keep a promise that you've made to yourself. And then we have spirit, spirit, communication, and paying attention. I feel like for many of you, there could be like a specific sign that you're constantly, receiving. And it's important not to, ignore that. Some of you could have asked for some sort of clarity in this connection, and you're receiving that clarity, but maybe not in the way that you expected to. Receive that clarity. So like a sign, maybe it's, through a mutual friend, but I'm really just getting to, an energy of needing to pay attention to something that is consistently being presented to you. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we have the World card. There's something here that you're feeling very conflicted about. With the Five of Wands, it could be quite literally a conflict between you and this person. But for others of you, it's like when you think about this situation here, when you think about some sort of a change that you want to see or want to feel, there's also conflict associated with that. So like, even if it's like wanting this connection or wanting this connection, but wanting something to change within the connection, right? Maybe a part of you feels like that's not realistic, or a part of you feels like you're not really seeing your desired results. I feel like this is a week where you're really, yes, up in your mind about the situation, but there's something here that you don't agree with, something here that's causing you to feel uneasy. The World card could also be some sort of physical distance between you and this individual. Okay. And what's interesting is, like, with the Five of Wands and the World cards, for some of you, what's impacting you is some sort of physical distance. Like if you are in a long distance union, for example, maybe you feel like it's time to, like, you want to feel closer to this person or quite literally be closer to them. Maybe you somehow feel like the distance between the both of you is actually impacting you in a negative way. Okay. So I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. Four of Swords. This person doesn't know what to think or how to feel. I feel like they're viewing you as someone who's not necessarily opening up. This could be a week where you're like keeping to yourself. But they do have a hunch that there's something here that's causing you to feel restless, although you're not really communicating about it. Like if this is someone that sees you every day, right? Or there's some sort of like like way for this person to like connect with you if it's not a long distance union, or even if it's, you guys are connecting over the phone and it's your tone of voice, they can tell that something is bothering you. They can sense some sort of an energetic shift, but they can also sense that you're not really wanting to speak about it, or you're keeping it to yourself. But I do feel like with the Four of Swords, they're definitely feeling some sort of distance between the both of you. They definitely feel like you're not really in the mood to open up, or you're not communicating with them, as much as usual. So we have the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Cups in the challenge position. Someone who wants to invest in you, someone who wants to grow with you. Six of Pentacles is a very generous energy. It could even be like a kind gesture, some sort of a gift, something to remind you of the past that you guys share together, or something that just makes you feel very happy and light. Now, the Six of Cups could be an energy of really missing you, right? And I feel like for those two cards to come up in the challenge position, this person could be battling their emotions, where it's like, I want to invest in this connection. I really do miss Leo, but it could be a bit of a back and forth energy, or deciding if returning and trying to pursue a connection or invest in this connection right now is the right time to do it. The reason I say that is those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. So as much as they're missing you, or as much as they're wanting to invest in this connection here, that is also what they're feeling challenged by this week, right? Am I making the right decision? Is it too early? Am I doing the right thing? There's a lot of questioning, a little bit of a doubtful energy. Okay, how are you viewing them? King of Cups. You have a lot of love for this person. You may even be wanting to have some sort of a heart-to-heart conversation, but it's interesting because a part of you actually doesn't want to open up. So are you thinking about opening up to this person? Do you feel like a heart-to-heart conversation would, aid in the both of you moving forward, but maybe a part of you doesn't feel ready to open up, or a part of you feels a little bit hesitant, where it's like, is this going to lead to my desired outcome, or is this going to, are we going to end up at square one, or is it not going to work out the way that I wanted to? You're definitely kind of questioning that. I also feel like with the King of Cups, yes, you have emotions for this person, but you may want things to feel more balanced between the both of you. There may be some sort of clarity or reassurance that you're seeking. This is very specific, but for some of you, you may be an individual who likes, you like being told when or how someone is feeling about you, and you may feel like you don't really get that from this person. And I'm not saying that they don't show you that they care for you. Maybe they show you in other ways, but there's something about the communication, specifically when it comes to the emotional department, that you may feel like is lacking. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands in your feelings, and we have the King of Swords. And I did say I was getting the King of Swords kind of energy from the Metal King. So there's some sort of boundaries that you've definitely set. You could even feel like this is a week where you're trying to emotionally detach so that you can look at things from a logical perspective. Like some of you may feel that when your emotions are involved, there's something that you're not seeing clearly. You may feel like your emotions are clouding your logic in one way or another. And so with the King of Swords and the Three of Wands, I feel like you're trying to get to the bottom of something that feels very mentally conflicting. And you may feel like you need to detach, or there needs to be some sort of distance between the both of you in order for you to come to some sort of a, efficient solution here. We have the Seven of Swords in your feelings and the Nine of Pentacles. There may be a specific reason as to why you do not trust this person. For some of you, you're focusing on yourself. It's a very independent energy with the Nine of Pentacles, but there's some sort of strategy involved in you trying to either figure something out about this person, or there's some sort of strategy in terms of you are giving to this person, but you're giving them just enough. Maybe you don't feel comfortable investing your all. There's some sort of a plan that you're keeping to yourself, but it's because you're looking out for yourself. right? So, for example, if you don't trust this situation or you don't trust this person, maybe it's like you're wanting to see where things can go. You're wanting to know if things can change, but you're not giving it your all. It's not like you're putting your heart on the line, is basically what I'm sensing here. Some of you are in a very independent energy, but you're basically just keeping what you're doing and what you're feeling and what you're thinking to yourself. That could really be this. The Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles could be read that way as well, where it's like, I'm just doing what I feel like is right. I don't really owe anyone an explanation. You know what I mean? And then we have the Two of Pentacles clarifying the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Cups clarifying the Six of Cups. This is someone who feels like you are family to them, or there's something with the word family coming out. So like maybe wanting to create a family with you, right? Feeling like you give them a sense of home, security. Now, the Two of Pentacles clarifying the Six of Pentacles lets me know that this is someone who, definitely feels like there was a back and forth energy between the both of you in the past. They may feel like it could be a case of juggling or just not making a firm decision, kind of giving to it, the situation with you, but maybe feeling like there was something else that was in the way or something else that they were paying attention to. Like for some of you, you could have been connecting with this person, but their career or place of work required most of their energy at the time. And so you could have felt some sort of lack, or you could have felt like you weren't really receiving enough, or you weren't really being appreciated as much as you wanted to be. And the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups coming out in the challenge position is, again, someone who really misses you, someone who is thinking about a commitment, a happy family, a happy home, just togetherness here. Okay, so we have the Hierophant in their feelings. Yeah, some of you could be dealing with the Taurus, and then we have the Five of Swords. So you know why this person is conflicted, Leo? It's because they want a commitment with you, okay? They want to take the next step. They feel like you guys are ready for that, but they feel like you guys are not on the same page, right? So you're going to know your situation better than I will, but like I'll give you a generic example. If this person is wanting a commitment, but there's something that's very important to the both of you that you guys are disagreeing on, they're feeling very conflicted because it's like, are we going to be able to move past that in order to progress, into a connection here? The High Priestess in their feelings, and the Knight of Swords. This person wants to break some sort of silence, or if you are conversing with them, but you're not really opening up to them, I think that this person is going to open up to you or tell you that they want to speak to you about something that's been weighing very heavily on their mind. High Priestess and the Knight of Swords is kind of giving me an energy of someone who has been either silent for a very long time, or they have kept their emotions suppressed, and then all of a sudden they're kind of just telling you everything at once. This communication could be very speedy and possibly very unexpected for some of you. Okay. High Priestess and the Knight of Swords is also this person's intuition telling them, or this person feeling guided in your direction, more specifically to communicate something with you. So like if this person was like waiting for you to bring something up first, or for you to initiate a specific conversation, I feel like they're going to end up doing it. Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords could also be an energy of some sort of silence that occurred between the both of you because there was an argument or an energy of wanting to have the last word, wanting to be right. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords in the potential outcome. There's an incoming message that is going to be followed by some sort of overthinking. So the Page of Pentacles could be a text message, it could be a phone call, right guys? But with the Nine of Swords, it's like, for example, if you're on the receiving end of this message, you may be thinking about it quite a bit before you respond. Someone could also be reaching out to you during, nighttime specifically, but it's like, I don't see you responding right away, or there's something about the message that is like a little bit, it's causing you to really just analyze it. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Justice card. I feel like this is someone who wants to speak to you, wants to make things right, but I'm strongly getting that there's an incoming message, right? Where, yes, it could be a bit stressful, or there's an energy of overthinking followed by that message, but there's also a bit of a cold energy. where like maybe you're not responding to this person the way that they thought you would, or maybe some of you are just not responding at all, but there's a bit of a cold or detached energy following this message. And the Justice card is someone who's trying to do right by you, or make something up to you here. And Queen of Swords and Justice card could also just be not just a cold or detached energy, choosing to completely cut ties, like making like something is being finalized. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, I mean, I'm reading for a lot of you. For some of you, it could be that you're making a decision, something is, being finalized here. And with the Queen of Wands, it could be a decision that you're making for yourself. The Queen of Wands is your energy, but it could be that you're, reclaiming your power even in a situation where you felt like it was taking a toll on you. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.